Establishing battlefield control.
Game number 6 against Hoped Gibbon 26 from Nine Clouds.
3, 2, 1. New objective available.
So being pressed for time, I played these games as fast as I possibly could, instead of trying to take time in between them. And I did run into this guy twice, not back to back, so I'm not so upset about it as far as matchmaking based off of record goes, because he could have won his last game. Well, no, I guess I won 2 games in a row. He would have lost one, won one. Anyways, I understand it's not an even match make, like even scores. It's a plus or minus 3 or 4, I think 4. And that's what causes there to be like playing the same person multiple times sometimes. I still do feel bad, especially since I lost last game. But coming into it, I knew that I had an advantage because he was going to have to do, it was up to him to adjust how he played. As long as I played the same game, then it should be fine. He gets a good stall on the missile and a hammerhead out. I didn't see that last time. Oh no, I did. There was one hammerhead showed up. Not able to get him cleared off the pad in time, and he takes this missile. So he has adjusted his gameplay, and now it's up to me to try to figure out what to do to get back into it. Oh yeah, there's mad lag during this part also. Like, that's why I just stood around. It finally clears up about right here, and we get back into playing the game. It's so far behind. Like, I really don't think I have a chance at this. I saw the Orca going by, but I knew there wasn't anything I could really do to stop it from killing my harvester at this point. I didn't see it in time. We try. We dance a little bit with the harvester to try to get out of there, but it doesn't make it in time. And Pitbull just kind of sat there not really doing anything either. So at this point, it's not looking that great at all for the home team here. Hammerheads and Orcas and Talons. He's just all air all day, and I can't make too much headway. Missiles and Pitbulls are coming in to try to deal with everything that's not an Orca. As they do that. Then right there. They destroy my Pitbulls. I do manage to take that second missile. And we're going to try to sneak our Borca over. Oh, never mind. There's a hammerhead. Run away from that thing. I do get some shots off on the harvester, but they're not direct hits, so it doesn't really do a whole lot of damage. Missiles and Pitbull taking over all the pads. And we're going to get a good cross up on the Orca there, so that it doesn't damage me, or the damage the Pitbull, but it still gets it in the long run. Orca's cleaning up everything. Total color switch on the pads. He doesn't body block me at the bottom or the top, and I get the Borca in the middle and body block his hammerhead with it.
Establishing battlefield control.
Game 7 against Okami from Terminus 2.
3, 2, 1. New objective
On 3 lanes. Open up with the rifles. Move across. Catch the missiles. And he just walks into them. See the MG in the background. So we try to get as much damage on those missiles as we can, because we're going to have to get a Talon out. And I don't want those to defend the MG any more than they possibly have to. Back up and let him charge the pad and see how he likes it. He doesn't, so he stops charging. Oh no, he does. He's got the pad charging with his MG. Try to catch his missiles as they move across and get a couple of good shots on him. I do chase him down, move our Talon across to get to the MGs and wipe that out. Leave his worn rifle alive just for popcat purposes. It's not that big a deal to deal with it right now. Waiting for him to build something. He's got a war factory now, so there's the Pitbull I was expecting. Preemptively moved away from it, and we're just going to ring around the Rosie to control this pad. Another Pitbull, not really a threat to the Rifleman, so we get a tank. And now we go take that out. Double Pitbulls coming after the middle. His turret there in the middle. Right, missiles to take out the rifles to take out the missiles, dogs to even up the pads. Moves his missiles away from my rifles. And another set of missiles coming in. Not sure what my Predator on the left is doing there, or why my tank stopped. But now we control the pads.
Defense online. Unit ready.
And
Defense lost. Unit lost.
we're back into control of the pads.
Unit
I
ready.
think we're going to hold him this time.
Warhead cancelled. Nuclear missile launched.
He's got missiles or rifles. No, missiles. So we bring in rifles to take out his missiles, then we move all of our anti-vehicle after his harvester. He gets 2 tanks out, and that is kind of scary because I can't deal with that with what I've got on the field. So we go after the harvester. He moves his missiles across to try to take out my, or his right, yeah, missiles across to take out my harvester. We get a Borca and mop up all of this ground. Take out his harvester and use the extra money for another.
Defense lost.
Oh no, use missiles. Okay,
Unit ready.
missile and Talon.
Unit
Talon was to take out any of the. If he made another MG while all this craziness was going on, which he didn't, so it worked out all right. We got 2 Borcas on the field now, and that's just dangerous because while one's reloading, one should be dropping, and you just constantly beat the same area to death.
Warning. Our base is under attack.
These Pitbulls are a little bit of trouble for the Borcas,
Unit
but
lost.
missiles should do all right with that.
Unit ready.
And that
Cancelled.
cancels it out.
Warhead cancelled. Unit ready. Warhead cancelled. Unit ready. Warhead cancelled.
We got a little bit of a contest going on here. We get another Borca and mop that up. He brings in a Pitbull from the top that I didn't see. I forgot all about. But it wasn't enough in time, so we had to have fun with our Borcas in there.
Unit lost. Establishing battlefield control.
Game number 8 against Okami from Terminus 2.
3, 2, 1. New objective received.
Feeling a little bit like deja vu, at least the other guy I think we got on this different map.
Harvester ready.
So we open with our rifles, and we run into dogs this time. Kind of anticipated that, and I thought about opening missiles.
Unit ready.
Extra dogs, so now our plan is to get Pitbull.
Building online.
And I'm expecting these. A third set of dogs is. I really maybe should have waited for a tank on that one. But missile Pitbull, and we should be able to deal with all of these dogs. Again, bad micro. I should have double teamed the dog in the middle and taken it out faster.
Unit ready.
Because he does pull some craziness and get a missile flip right at the end. Well, not a flip, but like stalls out the pads. Gets on all of them, and I'm not. I kind of like drug my feet building my second unit because I wanted to see what he built other than dogs. And it was a tank at the top. So I now know that he has the tank, and all I have is the 2 Pitbulls to fight it. So we're going to get a missile out to try to break in against that tank.
Unit lost.
That turret makes it really difficult, though. I have to move across. He body blocks pretty well to keep me in front of that turret.
Unit lost.
And that Pitbull's dead.
Unit ready.
We got our own tank and a missile.
Defense online.
But there's a Borca. That's bad.
Ready.
Try to move the
Lost.
missiles back, but it's no good. Get the tank underneath of it and run away. Take out his Pitbull and have the Talons dealing with his Borca.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
Pitbulls and the Borca are not a good sign for my harvester. I know that. So we send the tank back to deal with it, but the Talons still just aren't going to do that much. He does a really good job of blocking my harvester from getting to the minerals.
Unit ready.
Missiles coming into the middle. Pitbull going to deal with his dogs. There's another turret, so we're going to try to move around the turret to get to the backside. Did not work out very well for me, but we've got it thought out in the middle. Not so much thought out anymore.
Unit ready.
Not looking good for this second missile.
Online.
Turret just because, and we take a loss.
Establishing battlefield control.
Game 9 against his Archael from TC-57 Allay.
3, 2, 1. New New
on 3
objective
lanes. Open up with our rifle scout, move across the map, see, ooh, bikes. And I
Harvester ready.
got anxious and I hit the harvester button before thinking about it. Shouldn't have built the harvester seeing the rush coming,
Unit ready.
but I managed to get the missiles out, or the missiles out to deal with it in time. Second missile because I know he's got bikes in the middle, but I'm not sure what he's got coming up to deal with that to support the bikes. He's got ball. All right. Level 9s, but 2 of them.
Building online.
We're going to try to take those out without losing too much to get a Pitbull to deal with those.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
I'm going to have our rifles go and try to deal some damage to his missiles or lasers, but that's not going to work out too well.
Unit lost.
Rifles on the lasers, and we're in control of the pads. More balls coming out, so we get a predator. We're going to try to take control of that bottom pad. The Pitbull to take out the balls, and the rifles to take out the lasers. And move the, oh, nope, we're keep the Pitbull at the top. The flame's coming up, so we probably need to get a Talon. Move to the bottom pad.
Unit lost. Defense lost.
And we take this first missile.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Ready for action. Burning rubber.
Defense online.
Not paying too much of what's going on and see the lasers come up and deal with the Talon. Get our missiles away from the ball. Get the balls are wiping the floor with my guys at the bottom.
Unit ready.
Rifleman ready to move.
Rifle to the middle and a Borca. Probably should have sent the rifle to the top and the Borca to the middle. But I figured we'd start at the top and make our bombing run towards the bottom. Did not anticipate running out of missiles or payload right there. Extra rifle to deal with all of these lasers coming out. And the Borca is going to try to clean up some stuff over here. Try to keep our predator away from it, but it didn't work out. Ended up wiping the floor with all of our own stuff and get missiles or rifles to come to the pads. Flood of balls, and I'm not able to do any kind of body blocking or get onto any of the pads. And it does not bode well for me. If I'd have gone to the top and cleared out the top one, I might not have lost that missile.
Structural damage received.
So now we get some Pitbulls to try to get back into this game and deal with all of these balls, but here come more lasers. And this game is going in waves.
Unit lost.
So we're going to try to break the monotony here in a little bit, I think.
Unit ready.
Rifleman ready to move out. Aye, move it.
Unit
Ooh.
lost.
We'll lose a bunch of our,
Ready.
or loses a set of rifles. More balls and missiles coming in. Or balls and lasers. Try to body block at the bottom. Not so successful.
Unit ready.
Get that Pitbull around to the middle.
Unit lost.
He's on all 3 pads at this point.
Unit ready.
Kill those lasers as they're trying to come up on the Borca.
Unit lost.
Get the Pitbull to the bottom or the middle to try to take those out. Fly the Borca across. Switch out to the.
Defense online.
I thought the Borca had a little bit less time before it started to fire.
Establishing battlefield control.
The final game 10 against Mars from Outer Heaven.
3, 2, 1. New objective received.
Missiles and go. Rifles and go, sorry. Get that harvester. Move it to the back pads. See his harvester and a hand and nod. Flames open. So we move back. And we're going to need the Talon.
Move, move, move.
Or we could have tried double teaming it. But I'd rather have the Talon. I do lose a lot of scouting intel on this, though. I see that he's got something on the bottom pad.
Building online.
Rifles? All right. So we can do this. A little bit of a dance.
Flying out.
And we're going to try this.
Unit
Didn't work out so well.
Unit lost.
Scouting ahead.
Unit ready.
Rifleman, lead the way.
And the bikes are a bad deal against the
Flying out.
Talon. So we're going to get out of there. Not in time, and now he's got 2 bikes coming after my harvester. So try to move it out of the way and down through my missiles. So that way
Unit
I
ready.
try to keep it alive. He's got a chuggy. That's a bad deal too.
Unit lost.
So we get a Pitbull to deal with the chuggy and try to keep it away from the missiles that are taking out his
Unit
bike.
lost. Unit
Misclicked and
ready.
didn't chase down the chuggy and run into his missiles. Flame squad out of a drill pod. Bad deal.
Unit ready.
He's on all 3 pads, and I can't get to the bottom pad safely.
Unit lost.
He takes the first missile pretty easy.
Launched. Major structural damage received. Unit ready.
Rifleman,
Missiles deal with
ready to
the
move out.
lasers.
Unit ready.
Run into a set of lasers with my tank. So move up because I can't save the harvester.
Scouting ahead.
And he's got a Banshee. So we try to get the Talon in to do some damage against the Banshee.
Ready.
Runs it away, tries to bring his lasers. We're going to get the
Unit
Banshee.
lost.
There's a Talon on the Banshee again eventually. There it goes. We refrain from building a harvester because I know it would just get killed. But we're going to have to get one soon to stay in this game. Flame squad's just dealing so much damage to all my stuff.
Unit lost.
Seth is such a strong commander because he lets you play like a 7-card deck essentially.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Pitbull looking for action.
Unit lost.
Banshees, it's all kinds of messing with my guys. We triple team this Banshee, and we try to get that
Unit
Pitbull over to the
lost.
chuggy. And I didn't move my missiles away in time. And then I also didn't just let them sit there and shoot like you're supposed to.
Harvester ready.
Body block the tank in the middle. Clouds everywhere. Missiles about to go off, and I can't get to the pads. Looks like we're going to end it out with a 7 and 3.
Missile launched.
Pretty happy about the run. Overall, it's a winning record, and that's about all I shoot for. I'll take my free 2100 credits. And until next time.